I never believed in ghosts, at least not the kind that knock on your door. But after what happened in room 406, I stopped using the word impossible, because sometimes love doesn't die, even when the person does. And sometimes the ones we've lost come back, not in dreams or memories, but in the dead of night, when everything is quiet except the knocking. What would you do if someone you loved, someone who died in your arms, started reaching out to you from the other side? Not in a dream, not in your imagination, but through real signs, real sounds, and messages only they could send. Would you open the door, or would you run from the truth that love might not end with death? I never thought I'd return to room 406, not after what happened there, not after the worst night of my life played out between its silent walls. But sometimes, grief makes us do strange things. Sometimes, closure feels like a place you have to visit again and again until the pain makes sense. It was exactly 1 year after Ethan died. We had checked into this very hotel to celebrate our anniversary. A quiet weekend getaway. A chance to reconnect, to laugh again. And then it all unraveled. A sudden pain in his chest. My screams, the sirens, the paramedics. And then silence. Just silence. They told me he was gone before we even reached the hospital. But in my heart, he never really left. Not completely. This year, I booked the same room. Not because I'm obsessed, not because I can't move on, but because something inside me whispered, "You're not done." So I came back. Same date, same weather, same room. Room 406. The number has burned itself into my soul. The room hadn't changed. The pale blue curtains, the scratch on the bedside table, even the faint scent of pine cleaner. Too clean, too empty. I sat on the edge of the bed and stared at the door for hours. Nothing happened until 3:12 a.m. 3 soft knocks. I froze. 3 knocks. The same pattern Ethan always used when bringing me coffee in the morning. 3 playful, gentle taps before entering. I opened the door. No one was there. The hallway was empty, completely still, but the air felt heavier. I closed the door and laughed nervously. Just the wind, I said to myself. Just my imagination. The next night, it happened again. 3 knocks. Same time. Same rhythm. Same presence. But this time, there was something more. A scent, not the hotel's usual cleaner. No, this was different. This was warm, familiar. Sandalwood. Ethan's cologne. The one he wore only on special days. The one I buried with him. My hands trembled as I stood, heart racing. I looked around the room. I could feel him, not in a scary way, not like a ghost from a horror movie. No, it felt like love. It felt like longing, like something someone was trying to say, "I'm still here." On the 3rd night, I found the message, written faintly on the bathroom mirror, fogged up from the shower I hadn't even taken. Just 3 words traced by an invisible hand. Still with you. I broke down. I sat on the cold tile floor and sobbed, not out of fear, but release, like he had been waiting for me to hear him. Like my grief had been a door, and now it finally opened. I stayed 1 more night. There were no knocks, no mirror messages, just a calm, heavy silence. A peaceful kind of quiet, like he had said what he needed to say. When I checked out, the receptionist looked at me with soft eyes and asked, "Did you sleep well?" I nodded and smiled. For the first time in a year, I meant it. Grief doesn't always haunt us in screams or shadows. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it knocks gently at the door. And sometimes, love is the ghost that lingers, not to scare us, but to remind us we were never really alone.